This is an emergency broadcast for the 7.41e patch. Just got released and I have to comment on it. Found a quiet little parking lot to shoot the video, so I hope you enjoy. Hope the sound isn't too distorted. The Invoker Shard got nerfed, which is great. Very needed nerf. I got my trusty notes with me because you see the old noggin doesn't remember the way it used to, like back in the day. So here we go. The Ghost Walk duration got decreased from 60 seconds to 50 seconds. Insignificant change. The significant change is to the Ghost Walk Shard. So if you get the Invoker Shard on the Ghost Walk, it now no longer increases the radius. This is very, very important because the radius, the Invoker Rat farming strategy was absolutely retarded, and I'm glad they took it out. You can't you can no longer safely farm creeps in your Ghost Walk from a relatively safe position, because now you have decreased radius, so you have to be among the creeps essentially to farm them. It still does an absurd amount of damage, but that's fine because now you're in a very unsafe position. So now if somebody wants to kill you on the map, it's a lot easier because they're going to blink in and dust when you're in the creeps, and then they're going to catch you pretty much every time. Whereas before, with the increased radius, I literally would be by the edge of the trees. You would just be near the forest, and then you would get it that way. You could just sometimes the dust wouldn't even catch you in the dust radius. So that was a very welcome change, and I hope that the Invoker playstyle changes. I hate rat strategies in general, and I think it's a good change. Now, another small change to a hero, which is one of my favorite mid heroes, but I haven't played it in a while. I just don't think it's that strong right now. Doesn't feel that good to play. It's the Puck, and the Puck, of course, they nerfed the cooldown on the orb very slightly by 1 second, so it went from 11, 10, 9, 8. It's now 12, 11, 10, and 9 second cooldown. Fairly insignificant cooldown, but I don't think Puck needed a nerf at all. The Ember Spirit also got a nerf. It got a very small nerf to the movement speed. The base movement speed was 300, it's now 295. Another random kind of a nerf. I don't think it's going to affect the hero that much, but it's going to, I don't know, I would have to see how it feels in game. I haven't played at all, obviously. Hopefully I'll get a session in this week. But just random little nerfs to mid heroes which truly aren't that overpowered. Hell brothers, apologies, my previous location has been compromised. I had to move out. I've lost my mic in the commotion. They nearly apprehended me and I lost my microphone. And on top of that, my voice is a little hoarse. My voice is hoarse, so apologies for the bad audio quality, if it is indeed bad. My voice is a little hoarse because I saw a majestic eagle flying far above, and I had to say something, and I said to the eagle, I said, "O ye mighty eagle, come down so that we may convene, so that I may convene with your mighty soul and become a better mid player." But the eagle did not heed my call, and it kept flying, soaring, so I chased it, shouting after it, "Come down, O ye mighty eagle, come down," but it would not stop. Eventually it perched upon a tree, a tall but strange tree, and just stopped it and would not look at me. And I was out of breath by that point, and I said, "Oh ye mighty eagle, will you come down and convene with this mortal? Come down, mighty eagle." But it did not do anything. It flapped its wings. It was getting ready to take flight yet again, and just before it left, it looked down upon me and said, in human speech, it said, "Come up," and flew away. And I stopped shouting after it, pondering upon its wise words. And that's why my voice is hoarse. That's just how it goes sometimes. The life of a mid player is not easy. This is not something you should embark upon lightly. But as I was saying, to finish the emergency broadcast of a quick patch 7.41e breakdown, At first I saw that they put on as a kind of a buff to Quap's ultimate. It says that the damage of her ultimate stacks if cast in quick succession. I first read that as the whole, her ultimate stacks basically, with the whole effects, the knockback and everything. So obviously at level 25, Quap with the level 25 talent, which adds damage to her ultimate, does something like 875 pure damage, which is considerable, and it does 350 knockback. So I was thinking that a refresher Quap late game build might actually be viable, because it's a really good counter against any kind of melee carry. Like you have a life stealer on you, or a Zvan, or a Ursa, or anything tiny, and then you just double ult them and you push them back 700 units. That's quite considerable. But it's not that, it's just the damage, which really wouldn't justify getting a refresher on the Quap. I also saw that Zeus and the Snapfire got kind of nuked. Zeus, I don't really get why they nuked his ultimate so hard. I don't feel like it did too much damage. I mean, they nerfed the rapier as well. Like, you can't stack rapiers to do magic damage anymore, which was like a nerf to the Fountain Zeus. They just like would spam his ultimate with rapiers and stuff, which was a retarded kind of a bug, right? So they just basically fixed the bug. But I don't think they needed to nerf Zeus's ultimate. I don't feel that he did that much damage. The Snapfire, yeah, I mean, I'm glad that old bitch that she was with her fucking lizard. What kind of a old grandma rides around on a lizard? You know what I mean? It's just, I don't trust it. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. That thing is cute. It's fine. It's fine in my book. But it got nerfed, so good riddance. I think it's still gonna be a decent mid. It had crazy damage. I had no idea it did like 300 damage on the cookie stun. Fucking, that's insane, dude. That's way too much. It did like 360 damage per spit, per, her ultimate one nuke, 360 damage, and burn damage. For the record, that's more than the Invoker Meteor impact, and you only get one Meteor. That's fucking crazy insane, okay? So I still think she might even still be viable mid. I don't know, we'll have to see how the patch works out. Nothing else stood up. I didn't look into Bane's. They did a bunch of changes to the Bane. I didn't look into it much. I'm not much of a support player, as you might know. So I don't know about the Bane. What else? I mean, it's a minor patch overall. It's an adjustment patch. I still don't know if the Invoker... You know what I really look forward to is the Invoker mana burn shard. So when you get a shard on the Invoker and you get the mana burn, because that's really that's the good way to play it. That's like the aggressive way of playing Invoker. First of all, it would make position 4 Invoker viable again, and it would make Dota great again. No, I'm kidding. Dota is still great. It's always been great. It's always going to be great. That's all I got for this video. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. And I thank you for tuning in to this emergency patch drop broadcast.